I don't know why they. I mean, I get the BR, but I don't know why they let it overlap like that. It shouldn't be that hard for them to get rid of the overlap. Because there's just too many instances where you have airplanes that are coming against each other that were different eras, and never were designed to fight against each other. Were never even thought they would see each other. It just wasn't a thought. And here we are, trying to make them, interact. They can fix that. Yeah, you're awesome with that, Huggies. You're good. I was just teasing you. Dog's very trustworthy too. He is usually just out ahead of the curve a little bit, but he's almost always been spot on. Render. I've gone and fucked things up again. Just make this go away. Came in a little hot there, huh, buddy? I had my first botched ass landing yesterday in a long time. Totally messed it up. Oh, look at this guy. One engine. Full flaps. He's doing it right. I'll tell you what, guys, there's one thing y'all don't think about. This right here, whenever you're doing your multi-engine training, this is primarily what you're doing. Learning how to fly it with one engine. You just get done learning how to fly a single engine plane. We get in this sweet twin, and the whole time we fly it with just one engine. And you're in there, oh my god, my leg would be shaking. You're literally standing on the rudder because that drag is so hard that, oh my god, that's just why we practice it so much. That VMC roll, every pilot's like worst nightmare. You get that thing into a point where it literally just rolls over, flips upside down, and you're done. Everybody thinks, oh, you got that extra engine, man. You just cruise home. Fuck no. That thing is so much harder to fly with one engine. I mean, of course, modern planes are much better, but when you're dealing with a small, general aviation twin, they are not fun when you shut down an engine. Even once you get it feathered like that, I can't believe that. I don't know if that did that automatically or if that guy did that, actually feathered that prop. I've never seen that. So I think he had that binded. That guy is probably a pilot. That was cool. That was cool. Another thing to this game, so cinematic. Even sitting here watching you guys, maybe I should go out for a caster. No, I don't. I see Furry and some other guys put a lot of decals on. Do you have some decals that I'm not seeing? That's weird. They should be all on. They should be. To Amera. Yeah, no kidding. And it was all about those rudders and making sure your trim was right. And yeah, some of those planes do. Makes you, gee, sometimes you wonder, what the heck were you guys thinking? Like your full deflection, full trim, and still could, use some more. I'm not, yeah, that pie, that's not going to be fun. My mind's done with this, okay? I've got a question. Take back what's mine. H-cut. Look at that thing. Like, literally a cannon. Oh, you got that one. You are really good with this. I can see why you call it your baby. How much ammo does that thing come with? Probably what, like 80 rounds or something? Because those probably are some pretty heavy shells. Which again is, I'm just surprised they went this route. Given that they had to have the barrel sticking out of the plane that far, that's the Germans for you. Don't put a smaller gun in there. No, of course not. We want to put our biggest gun in there. We'll make it fit. Yes, Führer. We'll make it fit. Sieg Heil. Shit, how the hell are we going to get this in there? This is not going to fit. Well, you just told him it was going to fit. I guess we better make it fit. Just look at that. I'm never going to get over that. I don't know what the official length is on how far that barrel is sticking out, but that's ridiculous. And I'm sure it's because of now that I'm watching the gun actually go through its action, I'm sure it's because of the way the recoil works on that gun. They had to leave it outside of the plane, or it probably would have just got all jammed up being on the inside. Not to mention all the gas that's coming out of there. Yeah, look at that. The whole front of the barrel is. Yep, that's why it's like that. That's crazy. Well, that's like your first A-10 right there, your first tank in the air. Craziness. Two of them. Nuts. The CAS variant. Yeah, you can see why it's the CAS variant. God, could you imagine being on the ground and having that thing coming in and shooting at you? It's so fast you can't shoot back at it. And it's just coming in, literally dropping steel flipping rain on you. Bang! Yeah, that shot. Nice shot. You just barely missed that first one. Man. This is one of the reasons why I don't play this BR very much. It just doesn't, some of these battles just get so drawn out. People end up circling their airfield or something like that. That does get frustrating. Not that, God, I've told you guys the other day, we're ever in a squad and you guys are having a good game, don't ever try to shorten it. Take advantage. They don't come around all that often, so make those battles count. I enjoy watching you guys just as much as I do playing with you. You guys watch me. I have no problem watching you guys. I hope I didn't just. I guess I have enough. How much is it? 22,000? Yeah, let's spade it. Spade it. Without love. All right, I think I got one more in me, and then we'll start transitioning over to Star Trek. Again, guys, I know there's some of you out there. I know there's a couple. Click that Star Trek banner. Let's get started. Guys, seriously would be helping me a bunch, and it is 100% free, unless you guys want to, spend money on it for yourself. I never want to. I don't want anyone to think I talk bad against Wallet Warriors because shit, man, if you got the money to spend on games, and it does make it more fun when you can buy the packs and get the special stuff, and hell yeah, I don't talk bad about that at all. Because Lord knows I would. If I could, I would. That said, I do wear it with a little bit of badge of pride if I'm able to, get through and do it without doing that. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't. Or think any less of somebody that does. I hear that, I see that in game chat a lot, and I think that's just jealousy, right? Oh, the Wall of Warriors is buying all the premiums to get to top tier. It's one thing when you're like a young kid and you're not getting the skills that you need to do that, but it's another if you just want to skip the minutia and buy the fun stuff. Yeah, and exactly. I've done the same thing. I liked this game a lot more than I expected, and when it got to the point, I'm like, well, I do see myself playing this game for a while, and so I started investing in premium time. And then that first sale came, and I was like, well, that is a pretty good price. Guess we'll go ahead and try it. And still, I mean, I don't regret it. I do wish I'd have got something else, but I certainly don't regret any of the premiums that I've purchased. I definitely feel like, especially the KBT was the only one that was like, it's kind of a crawl because it was literally unusable to me other than in squad battles. But now I'm at the BR where I can use it, and that will be useful. I might even get to use it in this event a little bit. Yeah, me too. I think the kind of the rule of thumb is a new vehicle comes out, and then there'll be a sale, and then there'll be another sale, then you'll get that vehicle on sale. Then they'll have a sale on whatever that is. So we got, I think they just had a sale, so we got one more sale, and then after that we should start seeing some of these Su-30s go on sale. Yeah, me too. I'll be lining up. I will be lining up for one of those. Because particularly once you get, and kind of have maxed out some of these trees, you're going to have planes that you like that you go back and fly, but you're going to want to go back and fly the premium because then you get the extra SL and all that. So they're definitely worth having, especially if they're good planes that you know you like. Still see. Two major updates. There you go. There you go. It's not just eligible for sales, and it's not, yeah, it's not guaranteed by any means, but that seems to be kind of the rule of thumb. Yeah, you have to, which is why I went ahead and said I got to try and keep up with old Huggles there, so I did go ahead and do that right at towards the end of last night. I started buying a couple things because I do. I probably will play it for a little bit now that we can kind of find each other and I'm getting a feel for it. I will kind of check out some of RevDeuce's YouTube stuff. If you guys are checking out this game, go give RevDeuce a follow. If you guys haven't watched RevDeuce, that's a pro right there. RevDeuce is a streamer pro. Super entertaining. He's a Star Trek guru, and especially when it comes to this game. He does like major things where he's got hundreds of people listening to him giving details about this game and updates and stuff. I said I'd been meaning to start it for a while. I tuned into him a few times. It was just always hard to. He's so far along that it was hard to kind of pick up some of the stuff that they were talking about. But we will be checking out some of his YouTube stuff, see what kind of tips he has on getting started and some of the routes to go. So maybe before you do buy anything, go check RevDeuce out on YouTube and see what some of his startup tutorials have to say. That's exactly what I'm going to do when I get off or before we start. I might even bring that up beforehand. Maybe Huggies can check it out too, but my spending is out of control. Yeah, no, I think I'm at the point now. I do have a little bit left on like the budget that they give me, but it's only like maybe one or two more, like maybe a 20 and a 10 or something. And I may or may not do that because I don't want to spend the money on that right now. If it's still available next week, I might, which it probably should be. I don't think there's a time limit on it. And we still got 16 days.